Hey friends, I'm going to pull some cards for us for our post eclipse week. Curious how it's been for you in this eclipse back to back banger. Firstly, this card. Oh my God. I love this card so much. Strength. I'm just feeling right now how much we need to cultivate our capacity to be with difficulty. That each of us is going personally through our own challenges. The globe is going through devastation, genocide, starvation, ecocide, matricide. It's just like, it's crazy out there right now. We all know it. We're all trying to cope the best that we can, but I'm really feeling like it's not about self soothing anymore. It's about rising to meet the challenges and building the capacity inside of oneself in order to do that, digging deep into our emotional and physical strength, each of us, especially those of us, maybe mostly those of us who live from a place of privilege. Privilege is relative. If you're in the US, it can feel like you're very not privileged, but then compared to the rest of the world, you are. It's all very relative. And of course, this isn't about abandoning ourselves. It's not about discounting the things that are difficult for us, but it's about digging deep so that we can rise and meet these challenges so that we can come out into the world and offer love, offer a different way, something that we see that's possible for the planet. I'm also seeing this card is the Nine of Swords. And as you can see, it's just like suffering. It's being weighted down by all these thoughts, stories, maybe past experiences that keep us trapped in the idea that we can't do it. We're not strong enough. We can't change the way things are because we're too small, we're too limited, we don't have enough money, whatever the story is. And the reality is that those stories also keep us isolated. They keep us from reaching out to feel the resources that are all around us. And that includes people. People are the greatest resource on this planet. They're the most abundant resource on this planet is people. There's so many people. And together, we're so strong. Together, the United States is made up of people. And I get that we're super divided right now, but there are so many people that actually have the same values. I mean, it might look different how they achieve those values or how they live those values out in the world, but ultimately, I think there are so many of us that have shared values that want to see freedom and happiness and, relative wealth for each of us to live a happy life where we're not suffering and we're not oppressed and we're not, under persecution for being ourselves. And I think the only thing that keeps us from like receiving the wealth of that resource, of those resources, is really stories about whether or not we can. And I'm not talking about, you have limited beliefs around money, so you need to work on those in order to be rich. It's like, no, no, no. It's there's people in your life. There's at least one person in your life that you can come together with and do something positive, whether that's just for your life or their life, or maybe for your community, or maybe for your family. um, so I just feel like right now it's about really not letting ourselves be isolated. It's about reaching down into ourselves and feeling just how strong we really are, just how much space inside of us there is. And that's not about bootstrapping or, it's not strength in the sense of like muscling through, or like you need to be strong and you need to be resilient, but also you need to be strong and you need to be resilient, I think, to survive this time. It's not fair, especially for people who come from lineages where people have had to be strong and resilient for a really long time. You know who you are, and it doesn't feel fair, and it's not, but it's just the truth. And I feel like it's such a gift for each of us that holds that, what we can bring into the world with just creating more and more capacity inside of ourselves to be with difficulty. And I'm seeing the Four of Cups here, and I really feel like I'm just seeing this as like this person in meditation with just these open cups. Like, again, when I read cards, it's just, I read it intuitively how I see it. It's not always mentally what I know the card to represent. It's just what comes through in the moment. So just to clarify that. And it's like what I'm seeing is being deep in this state of like, I am grounded and I am contained in myself with the things that ground and contain me. And my cups are open. I am open to receive the inspiration that I need, the help that I need, the encouragement that I need, the ass kicking that I need in order to step up and do what's being asked of me at this time. Each of us has come here with a mission, that's been handed down to us, through the stars, through our ancestors, through what our parents went through, what our grandparents went through. Each of us has something that we're carrying, a gift that we're carrying that we're here to give. And each of us has our own work to do in this lifetime to fully inhabit the life that we are living and to deliver that gift, whatever that is. So this is what I'm feeling for this post eclipse time. For me personally, a lot was cleared out. I feel like I went through yet another death, and here I am again, and I have this new opportunity to step forward with the foot that I want to start on. I have this opportunity to be even more intentional with my energy, with my attention, with the way that I'm showing up for people in my life, with speaking out and standing for the things that matter to me, how I use my courage, how I use my voice, how I use my energy. There's all this opportunity every day to be in the creative dance of what it means to inhabit this life and this body fully. So I think what I'm getting overall from this reading is, don't run away from your life. Don't run away from the challenges that are put before you in particular. They're here for you. They're your work. They're your dharma. They're your mission. And don't run away from also receiving the love and the support that's here for you, because that's also here for you. It's not all just challenges and difficulty and dying before you die. There's also joy and orgasmic pleasure, and I mean orgasmic pleasure from like any way that hits you. For me, sometimes it's like orgasmic pleasure to just receive support from somebody. When someone like opens a door for me when my hands are full, I'm like, oh my god, yes. Like, there's so many ways to access pleasure, and they're always here for us, and it's just up to us to create the space inside of ourselves to receive them. So that's my message for this next cycle, this maybe just this next week, but potentially, this next moon cycle. And I'm just sending so much love to each one of you if you've listened to this far, and just know that you are supported. You are safe in the way that nobody is safe, but there's a safety that exists inside of you that nobody can touch, and that's true and that's real. And you get to access that. You get to have autonomy over that and agency over that while the madness in the world is going on. And just know that there are people out there who want to be your friend, who want to love you and support you and be with you. And I'm certainly one of those people, you know if you know who you are and you're listening to this. So don't hide, don't run away, and feel the magic and the power that you are.